Hey, welcome to another episode of the Justine Review. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My name is Justine and I do reviews of products, services, and experiences with a little bit of vlogging and lifestyle mixed in. Today I have a very fun and exciting video for you. We're gonna be going to Ocho Rios here in Jamaica. I had some visitors coming in for my regular job, my regular 9 to 5. There are two persons who came to visit. One is from Belize and one is Somali Kenyan, but she resides currently in Guyana. So of course I wanted to find a fun way to entertain them and to show them around my country. We're going to 3 different places in Ocho Rios, so stick around to see which venues in Ocho Rios that I took them to. Now, Ocho Rios is on the north coast of Jamaica in the parish of St. Anne. It is one of the more popular tourist destinations and it boasts one of our top attractions, the Dunn River Falls and Park. And of course, this has to be one of the places that we went to see because who comes to Jamaica and doesn't go to Dunn River if you haven't gone before? We also went to some other spots and one hidden gem, which I will be sharing at the end of this video. So you will definitely want to stick around for that. But before we jump into things, I'd like to invite you guys to subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. And of course, if you want to know when I upload new videos, then definitely hit that notification button. I am on the other social media platforms. It's at Justine D on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So be sure to go ahead and follow me there as well. Okay guys, so as I told you, I had some co-workers visiting me and I wanted to give them a day out where they could get a decent taste of what Jamaica has to offer. I'm located in Kingston and I wanted to take them somewhere that gave a nice little road trip vibe, but that also wasn't too far, but would also be a place that showcases at least one of our major attractions, and Ochi was that. It was perfect for that actually. The drive wasn't super long now, especially that we have the north-south highway, and there are tons of beaches to go to in Ocho Rios and several attractions to see with a good number of options in terms of places that we can eat and get some authentic Jamaican food. So of course this is where I decided to take my guests. We're starting from the very beginning of my day. I started off with making a green smoothie. I packed some snacks, some healthy snacks, picked out my outfit, and of course I got ready for this wonderful trip that we're going on. After all that, I went to pick them up at their hotel, which is located in downtown Kingston, and then we got on our way. We took the Jamaica North-South Highway. It is a toll road that accepts cash in Jamaican or US dollars, or you can use an e-pass, which it's kind of complicated to have to get, and I didn't have one, so I just paid in cash. The cost to use the toll is to go back and forth, it's roughly 4,000 Jamaican dollars or 25 US dollars. The road trip was smooth, the views were just breathtaking, and my passengers were very pleased to be seeing a side of Jamaica where there was lush greenery, wonderful views, and beautiful beaches. It took us approximately an hour and a half to get to Ocho Rios from Kingston, and our first stop was, can you guess it? Can you guess it? It was at the Island Village Shopping Center. Now this might seem like, not really a big deal place to go to, but for me, I really like going to Island Village because it boasts so many things that you can do there. It is not too far after you get off the highway, and it is just before you get into the town of Ocho Rios. And one of my guests was intent on getting a cute crossbody bag. So our first order of business was to do a little shopping. And if you know me, you know that I love me some retail therapy. And Island Village was perfect for that. You could get, souvenirs and other items such as clothing, hats, sunscreen, and keepsakes. I ended up getting a hat, and my friends also got some Jamaican loot of their own. And even though we didn't find the bag that we were looking for, we still had a great time. The customer service from the vendors, I have to tell you, it was top tier. They were very friendly, they were accommodating, and they offered several discounts. And if you are a local, don't forget to ask for the yard price, okay? In addition to shopping, you can also get food at this spot. There is Margaritaville if you want to have drinks and food, and several other places including Starbucks, which has a magnificent view of the beach. There's also a Devon House outlet where you can have the most delicious local ice cream, and the flavor selections from Devon House are authentic, and the ice cream is of premium quality. Very smooth and creamy. On Sundays, many Jamaicans in Kingston go to the original Devon House location in droves just to get some of this ice cream. And it's also a nice green space where people go to hang out and just spend a nice, relaxing Sunday afternoon. So Devon House, definitely. I mean, it's one of my favorite ice creams. So yeah, definitely a must try. And my friends were very pleased with this selection and said that they thoroughly enjoyed it. This stop definitely did not disappoint from the views of the ocean. You can actually go swimming there if you want to. There's a water splashing park for the little ones. And there is really quite a number of things that you can do to keep you occupied and to enjoy yourself. You could actually spend an entire day here. You can shop, you can go to the beach, you can eat, or get lit because there is a jacana, so you know. And you can end the day by going to see a movie because there's actually also a movie theater at Island Village Shopping Center. Unfortunately though, we couldn't spend the entire day there, but that was because we had a lot of other fun things to do for the day. But if we could have, we definitely would have been able to just spend the entire day there and have a blast together, and it would have been a day well spent. Next, I drove my guests through the town of Ocho Rios so that they could, get to have a quick snapshot of what a typical Jamaican town looks like on a Saturday. And then we were off to one of Jamaica's most famous and highly rated attractions, the Dunn River Falls and Park. Dunn River Falls is just under 3 miles, or roughly, I'd say about 7 minutes from Ocho Rios, the town of Ocho Rios that is. To get to the park, you take a left turn up a little hill, and in about 1 minute you will arrive. And this left turn is if you're coming from the town of Ocho Rios. If you're coming from the toll road, it would be a right turn. There's ample parking and security, and there are people there to give you directions. There's quite a lot that you can do at Dunn River actually, and I'd love to know in the comments if you would like a more detailed video on the Dunn River Falls, because I'd be very happy to do that for you guys. When you get inside, of course, there's a payment booth where you stop before you can enter the property, and the cost is $25 US for non-Jamaicans and 1,000 Jamaican dollars for locals. Once you get inside, you can stop at the craft market, which is almost as soon as you get in, and you can purchase souvenirs and get beach shoes if you plan to climb the falls. And these beach shoes, especially if it's your first time, it's a must. You need them for your safety and to prevent you from slipping on the rocks. So definitely stop over in the craft market and get yourself some beach shoes, or if you have some at home and you want to take them with you, that's also a good idea. Now after that, then it is quite a trek down to the beach. I'm telling you, it's a good walk downhill to get to the beach and the foot of the falls, and that is where you would begin to climb the falls. There are tour guides that can take you on the climb, and I highly recommend using them, especially if it is your first time climbing the falls, because it can be a little bit, of a challenge, but definitely, when I say it's worth it, definitely worth it. Now you can climb the falls all the way to the top, or there are various stops where you can end your climb. So you don't have to do it all the way, but I would suggest just do it and done. Just do it, go all the way to the top and say you've accomplished this, you've climbed all the way to the top of Dunn River Falls, because I'm telling you, one, it's fun and it's exciting, and you will definitely feel a sense of accomplishment. So go on and go all the way to the top. For me, it wasn't that difficult, and I'm not necessarily the most physically active person. I do exercise and I do workout, but yeah. And you will have the help of the tour guide, so don't worry about it. I think you can definitely do it. Now this trip, we did not climb the falls since we had time constraints and we wanted to get as many things in as we possibly could in the one day. Dunn's River is an institution almost. It's probably more of an institution than Devon House, but both are things that are just fully Jamaican. And there's this thing on social media going around that says, can you imagine not being Jamaican? And I really like that, and I really just love these things about Jamaica that make us so very unique and that draws other people from all over the world to us. Our final stop was to a nice little spot that one of my friends, Nick, told me about. It is in a somewhat secluded location, and I'm not sure how many people know about it, but I'm here to put you guys on, right? I'm definitely here to put you guys on, and I promise you, you're not gonna regret staying to the end so that you can find out about this spot. The place is in Miami Bay, and it is called Bamboo Blue, a legendary culinary hotspot, but also a nice little oasis with a beautiful ocean setting. And I promise you, it is just like a serene and beautiful spot. And I am really, really, really happy that I found it and that Nick introduced it to me. To get there is fairly easy. If you're coming from Kingston, once you exit the toll and get onto the roundabout, you're gonna take the first exit. Then you're gonna drive until you pass the Rio Hotel on your right in Miami Bay, and you will see a stoplight. And at that stoplight, you're going to take a right turn. You will see a security guard, and this was an interesting thing that happened. You see the security guard, and he gives you a card that you're gonna have to present at the gate when you get to Bamboo Blue. It's roughly about 5 minutes drive off of the main road. You present the card to the security who is at that gate, and they will let you in. The facilities are comfortable and there is decent parking. They have a full restaurant with a menu that is creative and the options are varied. And there is a beach with lawn chairs and gazebos, and it's really nice and beautiful, and you can swim or sunbathe, and you will definitely have a good time at this spot. This is also a location where you can spend an entire day. They have bathroom facilities, even though on the day that we went, the cleanliness did need some improvement, but overall I really love this spot. My guests enjoyed the food, even though we did think it could use a little bit of seasoning, but we figured they were trying to cater to the palate of visitors. And you can always add salt, but you can't take it out. You can always add seasoning, but you can't take it out, right? Now, according to their website, the menu takes you right along the shoreline, including succulent lobster, while traversing the phenomenal route of mouth-watering burgers to perfection, topped by scintillating sun to match the heat of the jerk dishes. Interesting and very creative description of the food, and I have to tell you, the presentation of the food was great, the ambiance was great, the staff was great, and overall the service was just good, and we really did enjoy the time that we spent there. That's it for today's episode of the Justine Review. I'm really happy that you stayed all the way to the end, and before I go, I just want to remind you to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell if you want to know when I upload new videos. Like this video if you liked it, if you enjoyed this fun journey, this great adventure that I took you guys on, then tell me about it in the comments. Have you ever been to Dunn's River Falls? Did you know about Bamboo Blue before? What are your thoughts on Island Village? And of course, if you have questions that I did not answer in this video, then feel free to also drop those in the comments. I'm happy to provide you with all the answers that you're looking for. If you want to know what I'm up to, if you want to see, what my life is like on the other social media platforms, it's at Justine D on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I have to tell you guys, I really love spending time with you. I love sharing my adventures with you. So thank you so much for being here. I really love you guys so much. Cheers. Bye.